Today I'm going to teach you how to play Power Grid Factory Manager by Friedman Freeze. In Factory Manager, each player runs a factory and tries to earn as much money as possible during the game. At the end of the 5th round, the player with the most money wins. First we'll go over the components. In the center of the table will be the supply board. This holds the tiles available during the game. In the upper right-hand corner is the energy price chart. In front of you will be your factory. In the upper left-hand corner, there's a production and storage track. Below that is an energy usage track. There are 10 open factory spaces, 2 add-on spaces which can be completed for the cost of 10 electro each during the game, a canteen for your workers, and an optimization and control room for specialized tiles. Now the tiles in your factory will be made up of storage, machine, control, working robots, personnel robots, and optimization. It's important to note that robots help machines run more efficiently, so you can only have one robot running per machine. Additional robots will just be shut down. At the top of the tile, there can be up to 3 icons representing production or storage, personnel cost, energy cost, and in the lower left-hand corner is the cost to purchase the tile itself. The arrows beside each icon are either a dark number on a green arrow or a white number on a red arrow. Remember that green arrows are good, which mean they increase your production or storage, reduce personnel or energy costs, and red arrows are bad, meaning they either increase your personnel or energy cost. Workers are used to bid on turn order, buy factory tiles, tear down tiles in your factory, and run machines. You have 7 workers at your disposal, and during each turn, you can hire 2 more seasonal workers for 7 electro each. They can be used as normal workers in every way. You begin the game with 18 electro. Some other items include turn order tiles, energy cost tiles, and shutdown markers. We'll talk about some of those later. Gameplay. The initial setup of your board consists of 3 storage tiles, which each have a storage ability of 1, so you put a marker on the 3 storage track. And there's 2 machines, each with a production of 1, a worker cost of 2, and an energy cost of 2. So that means you'll put 2 on the production, 4 on the energy usage, and you have to put 4 workers in the canteen to run those machines. Each round consists of 5 phases: auctioning the player order, preparing the market, the worker phase, bureaucracy, and finally income. We'll go over each of these now. Phase 1 is auction player order. During this first phase, you bid on player order using your available workers. Now your available workers are those not in your canteen. Now it's important to note that you must have at least 1 remaining worker after this phase. Players go in reverse order from the turn tiles they currently have. The person with the highest number begins by picking a tile to auction and starts the bidding at 0 or more workers. Bidding continues around the table clockwise. If a player passes on bidding, they cannot re-enter the bidding for that tile. The winner takes the tile and sets aside the worker's bid. They're not available for the rest of this round. The person with the next highest number chooses a tile and the auction continues. The last player can take the remaining tile for free, or they can choose to bid workers if they wish. Phase 2 is preparing the market. In turn order, players select a tile from the supply board for each available worker that they have. You must choose the cheapest in the column first. These tiles go below the supply board to make up the market. The last player may choose additional tiles to add to the market depending on the number of players. Phase 3 is the worker phase. In turn order, each player can do any combination of buying and placing tiles, tearing down tiles in your factory, and finally hiring seasonal workers. An available worker can buy any one factory tile from the market. You pay the price listed in the corner minus any discounts you may have on your turn order tile in the yellow box. You may place purchase tiles immediately onto your factory floor or set them aside for future use. Set the worker used aside to indicate that they are no longer available. You can place an available worker on an unwanted tile in your factory and remove it after this turn. This is handy for clearing up space in your factory. Finally, you can hire up to 2 seasonal workers for 7 electro each, minus any discount on your turn order tile. These workers are available until the hire portion of the next turn, when you can rehire them. Phase 4 is bureaucracy. Every player at this point must update their factories to reflect any new purchases. This includes placing workers into the canteen to run the equipment, updating the markers for production, storage, and energy. You can shut down machines if you don't have enough workers, have too many robots, or for any reason. Remember, you can only have 1 robot per machine running. The top energy tile is turned over and the energy price is updated. Finally, in Phase 5, you calculate your income. At the end of the round, you get income from your factory and have to pay for the energy used. Look at your production and storage markers and take the lowest number. Subtract from that the energy used times the energy cost. So, taking the initial startup board, you have a production of 20 and a storage of 30, so the lower of those is 20. Your energy usage is currently at 4, so you multiply that by the current energy cost of 1 electro, which means the final calculation is 20 minus 4, which means your income would be 16. At this point, you begin a new round, auctioning for turn order. On the 5th and final round, the income for each player is doubled, and the person with the most electro wins. In case of a tie, victory goes to the player with the highest income. And that's how you play Power Grid Factory Manager. Thanks for watching.